what we've done, as far as when I say we as a collective,
Right.
for the most part, right, is hustling on the corner. You make money hustling on the corner, and you could become hood rich, but you're never gonna become wealthy. Pablo Escobar never seen a corner. He never saw Brooklyn. He never went to the Bronx. He never went to your neighborhood. He never went to Little Haiti. He never even went to America, period. Billionaire. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got to have enough vision to even know that there's another level. Most people going to get satisfied on the corner, right? And they're going to drive a nice car. They're going to have somewhere to live. And that's sustainable for them, right? And now you end up fighting with the other person on the next corner.
Right.
And it's just the infighting amongst each other. And nobody's ever able to scale. The only way that we can scale, going back to InvestFest with Diddy, is collective.
That's true. And you know what?
That's why the sharing is important.
Right. And also with the street thing, the reason why I have to shed that skin, I've got too far now, right? That was for y'all to know you can make it up to that point now.
Right.
Y'all just got to keep up. This is bigger than that.
So what you're speaking about is what we see in music, but it's not accepted.
Right.
And that's growth.
Right. And see, for me, they got accepted. I'm pushing up a game on their ass. I'm pushing up a game.
As soon as we see our artists actually have growth inside of themselves as a person, but inside of the music, we don't want to listen. It's like we watch Jeezy.
Yeah, we want to crash out.
We watch the Snowman graduate to somebody who's talking about financial literacy and buying real estate.
Yeah.
But nobody's listening to it at the same rate.
Right. That's facts. But here's another reason why I want to stay away from that street thing. And I think you got the right. Y'all found... this is good. Y'all figured it out. And this is what I've been able to do too, but I haven't spread my wings as much as y'all have, right? Is that even when Coach K, shout out to my brother Coach, even when he talked to Mike about my podcast, he say, nah, he talked that business shit though. Like we talking Coach K, QCP. When they introduce me as a podcaster, it ain't just like, hey, yo, bro, be on some entertainment shit, on some like, they gossip be bullshit. They be saying now Loon be on some business.
Yeah.
And they doing business at one of the highest levels in this industry. But another reason why I got to shed that skin is because I have to be a part of those initiative-based programs to get off the corner. And the messy shit is on the corner.
It's a thinnest slice strategy. This is something that is vitally important for Black people to understand, but especially Black people in media. The thinnest slice strategy. We have an interesting dynamic that no other group of people have to deal with. As a Black person, you have to be culturally relevant enough and edgy enough for people to not call you corny. Once they call you corny, you're in the Russell Wilson bucket and you going for it.
Shout out to
But
Russ.
you also have to be safe enough so that corporate feels comfortable. You can go on NBC. And I think that's what we've been able to do, right? We've been culturally relevant enough to be accepted in any neighborhood in America. Like, these are our guys, the barbershop conversation. Now they cool dudes. But we also are straight enough to, you see us on Bloomberg, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, you're not
big
surprised by that.
Right. And that's what I got to make sure to keep implementing in my game, because I think I've got big enough now that other podcasters probably understand we can't stomp him out. He's good at this. He may be all right. Like, he gonna swim to the bank. Even if we blow the boat up, he gonna swim to the bank, right? And I think that they'll try to trick me into being on the corner like that. And I gotta be conscious of saying, no. This is business at the end of the day, brother. And so even when I talk to you, it's gonna be about business. And I ain't gonna say your name, but I'm gonna talk to you. And you know I'm talking to you because you know the level of business I'm talking about. Even if the people under you, beside you, next to you, in your ear, on your phone, if they don't know, you and I know what's going on.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Let's talk about this, right? So you started this independent, but you are now with Black Effect. And shout out to the whole Black Effect team. Charlamagne, Dolly, Nicole, y'all over there.
Love.
What made you decide this is the time, this is the partner I should be with?
Charlamagne has a proven track record, right? I've seen Nori go through Charlamagne. I've seen you guys partner with 85, partner with.
Yep.
There's not another podcast network that I know of, especially Black, really anyone that has that kind of history in developing and help developing, right? Because we all know we got to work on our own. But they're like literally in position where if you do a little something, we do a little something and it look good. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's how business is ran. One hand wash the other, both wash the face. What I've also learned about this business from my side, because I didn't sell my show, I come into this and I'm doing business as partners, is that I gotta focus on making my shots. Charlemagne has been somebody that said Loon gonna be a big in this game. Like everybody we ran across, Detavio at Revolt, he's to say to anybody that's bumped into me on this level, say, yo, podcasting, if it die out, he gonna be all right, you know? And I think the spirit of him manifested in me, right? Where I can feel that he feels that way, right? And I think with that, it keeps me even like digging, you know? But I'm gonna dig anyway, but he's somebody I've watched and looked up to. But I've also know this, a pass ain't an assist without a made shot. And so the only reason Charlemagne is in a position to say he got assists is because the people he's been passing it to has made the shots. There's been people he passed it to that didn't make the shot, that they can't call that assist, they call that a pass. If one thing the boy gonna do is pass it, but all of those won't manifest into assists unless you make the shot. And like we just was talking about in regards to guests, understanding ads, CPMs, bringing shit to the table, like with live event sponsorships. I do that shit on my own. That's value that I possess because I understand the market, and I'm just trying to make my shots, bro.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, partnerships is something that's extremely beneficial in helping a show grow, a brand grow, really. And that's something that we've done, whether it's with Charlemagne, Black Effect, when we with them, that helped. iHeart, the situation, it helped. You know, you getting airplay, you going on a Breakfast Club, like, it doesn't hurt.
Nah.
It helps. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then Charlemagne is Charlemagne.
Yeah. And he's stamping it.
Like he's established, bro, in all markets. There's not a market that he can't pop up in himself and do something in, you know?
So Revolt, that's another situation.
Shout out Revolt.
That helps, right?
Yeah.
From a variety of different standpoints of we meet people that we might interview on assets over liabilities. Now that's a relationship.
Yes.
Our reflection. Now she come to InvestFest because we met her through that channel, right?
And Revolt has y'all in a unique situation where we can tell that, again, the way I look at Charlemagne and how he feels about what I'm doing, it's like, the company's invested in this EYO show they got going on.
And it's something that you might not. Diddy doesn't happen if the Revolt thing doesn't happen. Right. So this is something that we didn't plan for that to happen, but this is what happens when you have an organic, real working relationship over the course of 3 years. Now the benefits and that Diddy thing benefited a lot of people in the ecosystem that have nothing to do with Revolt.
Right.
Like,
and
you know what I'm saying?
At the time, he might didn't even really want to talk then. All that DeLeon shit going on. Yeah. Like, that's a unique time, but they're my guys. And I know again, when Broadway manager reached out to me, and this is why I'm trying to tell people about my brand, don't let these folk confuse you. Broadway manager reached out to me. He said, bro, don't even like doing podcasts, but the shit you talking about, I gotta get bro on there. And so that's what I'm saying about value in the space. Did he view y'all and know, hey, it's something with that financial thing they're doing. This is bigger than, if he wouldn't have came had that been a podcast. He wouldn't have came. Any interview. It could have been any interview he wouldn't have came. It was for black folk financial, so I gotta show up. I can't bail out. You know what I'm saying? And so when you look at that, you say it's principle involved, and people got to look at your brand and see principle next to your mission statement. And if it ain't that, they'll get you out there on the corner, like you said, and you'll be hustling and arguing and fighting and all that.
And then also another thing that Ross said is like I said, we got a bunch of relationships, United Masters, all of these people. Ross said something one time where he was like, he's like, people that's on Rap Snacks, he's like, if you're not promoting your brand every day, I don't want to work with you. Yeah. You got to promote. A lot of times people was like, all right, you know, I'm just going to get a bag from this. It's a selfish standpoint. Yeah. I don't really got no love for these people. I'm just going to get their check. Like, I'll promote stuff for free because I understand the value and I'm helping you. It's the law of reciprocity. Yes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always about, oh, you got to pay me to do this. You got to pay me to do this. Or
Nah, like, that's what I don't like either. Like with Baby now. You know, Baby gave me the rollout interview when he came out with It's Only Me, like, out of nowhere. Yo, whatever they do, man, it's nothing. Said and them got the million clothing brand. Yo, shoot that to the city, put it in the store. I got a dude got stole. Like, you know, you got to do something to get something. That's how this game is. Like,
But people don't understand that though.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that.
But this is an interesting dynamic, right? Because what you're talking about with Diddy, the reason that he's able to do it is because a platform's been created that he felt that was responsible enough to do it on. A couple of things come with that, right? If he does it, it also puts the rest of the community on notice that if you're about business and you're about uplifting our community, why aren't you here?
exactly.
So I want to talk to you because you've gone from being a spectator to now being the general, right? You're coaching the game and becoming a platform where people can come to. How's that dynamic now for you, right? Because it was a solo thing and now I got some guests and people, I got to get them on there.
Yeah.
But it's not everybody can't make it.
Nah. What I think is, for me, it's a blessing. For me, I'm honored. Because a lot of these guys, I feel like I want to give some game to, and I want to hear their story. I want to learn from them what's going on. I think the conversation we have, it always lends itself to direction for these young boys. Like when they sit with me, man, they just get game. It's like I'm oozing shit for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? They appreciate it, bro. Like, no matter if backstage, wherever we at, it's just they appreciate the game I give. And like, I couldn't be more happier to be someone that's a general for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Cause these guys, athletes, you've seen athletes on my shit, rappers, you've seen CIA guys, you've seen a list of different individuals on the show because I'm able to go in these different rooms and bring stuff out of them. And I think that's a skill set a lot of people can't position themselves with too. Is like, yo, you can't talk to Diddy and Robert Smith and get something from them. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to extract things after this guy been talked to for 23,000 times. Now he come to sit with me and it's still a fire conversation. You know, and so I just think I live in a very unique room with this conversation thing. It's like, it's something there. That's why I got to figure out why it works, because it's not structured. It's just me. I'm just being me and it's working. But it's like, you got to put some kind of structure with it so that you know what you're doing when it's time to do it.